Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is CaelumEXP, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VII. In the previous episode, we had cleared the Pagoda side quest, the Decal Fire Cavern, and the Ancient Forest. And inside the Ancient Forest, we ended up picking up the Apocalypse weapon for Cloud, and a couple of other weapons as well. As a matter of fact, I have changed up a good bit of my materia setup and weapons. So here on Cloud, I have the Apocalypse. I did also go back to Mediel and bought some crystal bangles for the extra physical defense. I have a ribbon on Cloud. I have the Super Shot ST on Vincent, so no materia growth, so whatever materia I have equipped in his weapon is not going to be gaining any AP. That is fine. There is a wonderful little area in the northern crater that we can actually use to farm AP later on, so it's not that big a deal. We're not too far off from it. Vincent also has a crystal bangle and a ribbon, and then Sid has his scimitar, the crystal bangle, and a safety bit. And this next area that we're going to be going to is the Sunken Gelnika, and unfortunately the only piece of armor in the game that protects against confuse is the ribbon, and we've only got two right now. So in order for Sid to have that, for him to be able to resist confuse, I have Mystify paired with added effect in his armor. And if I go into status, he's, due to him wearing the safety bit and him having Mystify paired with added effect in his armor, he now protects against death, confusion, slow numb, petrified, death sentence, and berserk. And that is more than enough for this next area. Now going over the materia everybody has. Cloud has Knights of the Round in his armor. Titan, not armor, in the Apocalypse. So it gets triple AP now, and Knights of the Round is a super expensive materia to level up. It costs 500,000 AP to master this thing, and I'm going to be mastering it a lot. Titan, so that gets mastered a little bit faster. Same with Odin, and then he has HP plus, MP plus, counterattack, luck plus, enemy skill, and death blow. And I have luck plus on Cloud so that he gets a boost to his luck, that way he doesn't miss his death blows as often, but he's going to be missing a fair bit more than Vincent has been. Vincent has Ultima paired with MP absorb. We had seen how well that had worked in the previous episode. Bahamut paired with HP absorb, and then he has Kujata and Alexander just to give him a little bit more magic. Then he has HP plus, MP plus, magic plus, enemy away to sort of decrease the encounter rate in this next area, because the enemies there are actually very, very tough, and I also do want to master at least one enemy away. He also has enemy skill, and he has steal, because I'm going to be trying to steal a piece of equipment from both Reno and Rude in the next area, because there's gonna be a boss fight against them. And then on Sid's scimitar, I have Ifrit and Ramu to try to master them a little bit quicker. HP plus, MP plus, Mystify paired with added effect for the resist, confuse, and berserk. Enemy skill and long range, just to master the long range. That's the only reason I have it. Excuse the yawn, I literally just woke up. Alright, now we're gonna hop on to this, and we're just gonna go straight on down. Now, there is an enemy down here that we want to be very careful not to get into a fight with, and there he is. Let's not fight Emerald Weapon. So we need to go a little ways over here. So X is to propel ourselves forward. And that right there is the submarine that we had shot down. So interact with this. So this is the leader sub. Damn, makes me sick just thinking about it. Huge materia recovered. No damage appears to have been sustained. Whew, that's good to hear. Received key item, huge materia. That is our third huge materia, and story-wise, there's only one more for us to get. And now we need to turn around. Because like I said, we're going to be going to the Sunken Gelnika next. And we need to head back this way just a little bit. Hello, Emerald Weapon. Please stay away from me. Oh, that's not it. This is also not it. Where the hell is the Sunken Gelnika? I think it's actually further past where that is, actually. And then after we get through the Sunken Gelnika, we're actually going to be going to see another neat little area. We will actually be going to go visit the Crystal Cavern, or it's kind of a secret area. It's just like if you were to open your menu while you're there, it's only going to show the name of the location as 3 question marks. I do believe the Sunken Gelnika is over here. Yeah, there it is. And here we are. So head on down this way. This is the Shinra's Gelnika type airplane. I wonder why it went down here. Okay, and first things first. Received Heaven's Cloud. That is another weapon for Cloud. 93 on attack, but you know, look at those whack-ass materia slots. No thanks. And we're going to immediately save. Alright, so this is episode 39. And up here. What is this place? It must be some kind of a research establishment because there's a Mako generator. Anyways, let's not head down just yet. We head up this way, and we're into our first fight. These guys suck. Every enemy here does a lot of damage. This is the reason I have Mystify paired with Added Effect, because this can confuse you. Yeah, and we're not doing a whole lot of damage, and every enemy here can do a lot of damage. Did you see that? Oh my god. Ultima. Oh, stop! Okay. Okay, there is something that can help with that. Oh my god. But we've got plenty of X potions, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Yes, items. Tranquilizer, put sadness on everybody, and I do have long range on Sid, so I could actually throw him and Vincent in the back row. Alright, I'm gonna keep Cloud in the back front row simply because he's got a little bit more HP than Sid, and also he's the one who's got Death Blow, and I don't want to be reducing the damage of that. Whew. Okay. What have we got here? A Mega Elixir. Alright. And then here, We have the Escort Guard, which is a neat little armor that can only be equipped by dudes. Man's armlet nullifies lightning, earth, water, and poison. A little bit weaker physically, but more magic defense. 6 materia slots, and nullifies lightning, earth, water, and poison. Pretty cool. Here's a treasure chest over here. This is the Conformer. This is Yuffie's ultimate weapon. And it has a damage modifier that allows her to do good damage the higher the level of the enemy is. So it's a really cool weapon. Cloud's also got counterattack, so he should be getting... Yeah. Couldn't steal anything? That's a shame. Wonder how much damage that does. Whew. Not too bad, I guess. Alright. Now, you can get some pretty good experience. Not necessarily in this room. And there it is. The double cut materia. Yeah! Okay, double cut is probably one of the best materias in the game as well. I'm going to put Odin back on, and then I want double cut over here. So once you get 100,000 AP on it, it turns into the 4x cut. And I was just talking about this in the previous episode too. So yeah, it is super powerful. Like, for consistent physical attacks, it is a wonderful materia, and I love having it equipped. Alright, and now I'm going to save again. Because we have a boss fight. Alright. What's up, guys? Turks. Again? We just seem to keep running into each other lately. There were weapons and materia developed solely to destroy Sephiroth here, but it was attacked by weapon and sunk to the bottom of the sea. I can't give you what's here. We'll take out Sephiroth. I guess this is our last meeting. I won't let you get in our way. Alright! And we're going to be spamming Big Guard and White Wind in this fight. And I'm going to try to have Vincent mug as much as he can and hopefully get a steal off of everybody. Stole a tough ring. Wow, that didn't take long. Alright. And then mug off of Rude. Couldn't steal anything. Oh well. Reno, these guys are pretty tough. And then he just pisses off like the little bitch he is. And we stole the Zedric. Alright, and now we can just try to, you know, take care of Rude now. Nothing to steal. Alright, easy boss fight. Way easier than the regular enemies that are here. Way easier. As a matter of fact, I think when it comes to the random battles, I think casting Big Guard would also be really helpful. We've got plenty of MP anyway. So, Shinra's new secret weapon was on this airship. Alright. And now, I also forgot to show you something with the equipment here. So the reason I have the Super Shot ST on Vincent is because physically it's also his current best weapon, and magically it is also his best weapon. So let's go into status. Cloud's magic stat right here is 139. Vincent's is 172, and if I were to equip Vincent's next strongest weapon, which is his, where is it? His Winchester, because it is the only attack that has him over 60 attack right now. And then we were to go back to status, that 170 drops to 127. Yeah, and Vincent is kind of my main mage right now, so the Super Shot ST is easily the weapon to use for him. Alright, and now we shall head forward. This must be the cargo room. Alright, and then in here, there's a good few treasures. So there's a Mega Elixir here. And these guys suck! Enemy skill, Big Guard. And then I'm just gonna have everybody try to just deal damage. And Vincent's just gonna be mugging stuff while we're here. And, ooh, we get a water ring. This thing's got, I think, 16,000 points of health. So, pretty much every enemy here, or at least most of the enemies on this ship, on the Sunken Galnica, can be a small mini-boss. Every single one of them. Now over here is the Spirit Lance. I do believe in the original version of the game that was typoed as the Grow Lance. Oh, we also picked up the Dragoon Lance in the Decal Fire Cavern, and I forgot to show that off in the previous episode. 66 attack, 100 attack percent, 8 unlinked normal growth materia slots. Spirit Lance is, wow, stronger than the Scimitar. But the Scimitar's got that triple growth, and I kind of want that right now. It's not much stronger than the Scimitar right now, but it is pretty good. Alright, next up, you can see the little summon materia sitting down by that wrecked airplane, or helicopter. This is terrible. It's all messed up. Random battles. These guys are so terrifying. These are the ones that can confuse you. You can't confuse us. We're all immune to it. So, fuck you and the bullshit. Yeah. Couldn't steal anything. Oh well. You can't confuse me. Stop with your bullshit. There's no point to it. Needle. What does that do? I have no clue what that does. Alright, 3,000 EXP. If you really wanted to farm for levels as early as possible, or, you know, as of right now, this is a really good place, actually. This is the Hades materia. And Hades can, paired with added effect, can cause almost any awful status effect in the game, and it can also protect against it when paired together with added effect in your armor. And I'm debating on my method for fighting a certain enemy later in the game. Let's see, what have we got here? We have the Outsider. That's another weapon for Vincent. Goodness, he's getting a lot lately. Has 8 materia slots, 2 sets of linked ones, normal materia growth. I do wonder what his magic set is with this. 166, so it doesn't drop much. I think I might actually keep the Outsider on for now. And then if I were to do that, and then everything's gonna start gaining AP again, because normal growth versus no growth. I don't know what else I would give him. I'd probably just give him a few more summon materia, actually. Yeah. And that'll further increase his magic. And that puts him at 168. Okay, so not bad. Received High Wind. Oh, we have it! Yeah, we have it, we have it. High Wind is Sid's final limit break. Here we go. Trophy earned, Gale Warning. Alright. Status. This is one of the two what the heck? Limit. This is very easily one of the two strongest limit breaks in the entire game. It's just as strong as Sid's Anger Max. I mean, not Sid, Barrett's Anger Max. There we go. Sid is the one with High Wind. It hits up to 18 times, and Anger Max also hits 18 times, so that's why they're the two strongest limits in the game, especially when they start hitting for quad 9s. Alright. And that's it for the Sunken Gelnika. There are a couple enemies I weren't able to show off because they spawn in this room, so here we are. Yeah, and here they are. Attack from both sides. Oof. Alright, so 2x cut and mug. And just spam physical attacks for now. Couldn't steal anything. Good damage. And you're dead. Stole a turbo ether. Alright. Those are actually kind of useful. Turbo ethers, I do believe, are a full MP restore, regardless of how much MP you have. Alright, so this might be a short episode, and after we go do that little next thing that okay, before we even really continue with that, save. Absolutely save before we leave, because there is a possibility that Emerald Weapon could be right in front of the Sunken Gelnika, and if that happens, it is a game over. So, save anytime you go to leave this area. Whew. Alright, he's not here. Okay, so I'm going to use Circle, and we're going to go around this way. So we're going to head towards Junon, I do believe. No. I think we need to head more over this way. Oh, goodness. Give me just a second. I need to see if I can't remember where the heck this is. Okay, never mind. We're just going to wander around until we find it. Let's go down. I think this is the path. Is it this way? I think it's here. Yes, this is it. I think. Yeah, this is it. Awesome. Okay, so we can dock right here. Circle to get off. And you need to have Vincent in the party for this. Vincent? That voice. It can't be. Lucretia? Vincent? Stay back. And now we get to witness more of Vincent's backstory. We actually could have gotten over here with a golden chocobo. You don't need the submarine to get here, but typically most people end up getting the submarine before they get a gold chocobo, and then that's how they get here. If she is happy, then I don't mind. I am against it. Why experiment on humans? She and I are both scientists. And that's Professor Hojo right there. After that, a child was born to Lucretia. That child's name was Sephiroth. This body is the punishment that's been given to me. I was unable to stop Professor Gast and Hojo and Lucretia. I was unable to stop them. All that I was able to do was watch. That is my punishment. Hey boys, chill. Lucretia, you're alive. I wanted to disappear. I couldn't be with anyone. I wanted to die. But the Genova cells inside me wouldn't let me die. Lately, I dream a lot of Sephiroth, my dear, dear child. Ever since he was born, I never got to hold him. Not even once. You can't call me his mother. That is my sin. Vincent, won't you please tell me? What? If Sephiroth is still alive? I heard that he died 5 years ago, but I see him in my dreams so often. And I know that physically, like myself, he can't die so easily. Please, Vincent, tell me. Lucretia, Sephiroth is dead. Alright, and now, once we get to Disc 3, we can return here and we will be able to pick up Vincent's ultimate weapon, the death penalty, and his level 4 limit break chaos. But until then, we should probably head back out of here. So, Vincent's little backstory right there, we had heard a little bit of it when he had joined the party from him. He loved a woman who was named Lucretia, and she kind of didn't really love him back. Well, as far as I'm aware, she did, but for, you know, professional reasons, she ended up being with Hojo's because they wanted to experiment on a child, pretty much. So she and Hojo had a child, and he injected the Genova cells inside that baby to create Sephiroth, and of course those cells also stayed inside Lucretia there. So she is effectively immortal. She cannot die, much like Vincent, and this is Costa del Sol. So yeah, she can't die. She heard her child Sephiroth had died 5 years ago. He is technically dead, but you know, his consciousness is alive in the life stream. And he's the one who's been manipulating all of these events and controlling Genova to a degree. And that is all that we can do right now. That's all of the side questing. There was another item that I think we were pretty close to grabbing. So after I went through that little split in the caverns over there, and then I made that left to go to that cave for Vincent, if we had gone straight, we would have found another key item that we would need further in the story. So we're going to end up going back down there later. But for now, we're going to go ahead and fly over to Rocket Town. Okay, here's Rocket Town. Alright, and before we do anything here, I do want to go over the two items we actually managed to steal in the previous boss fight. One was the Zedric, which is probably the single strongest armor in the game. It has no materia slots, so nothing can grow on it, and it decreases all elemental attacks, so fire, ice, lightning, poison, by half. Yes, poison counts as an element instead of a status in this game. And, like, even the magic defense is nuts. However, due to it not having any materia slots, I don't like using it. The Precious Watch and Choco Bracelets that you see here, I actually got as rewards from Chocobo Racing. I forgot to point that out last time. And then, what else did I get? Oh yes, the Tough Ring. Where are you? The Tough Ring increases vitality and spirit, so your two defense stats by 50. It is a wonderful ring, and you can only get 2 of them. You can steal another one from Reno again later in the story. And this is pretty much it for the time being. I don't need Sadness anymore, because most of our story stuff isn't going to be as strong as the enemies down in the Galnica, and then that's not what I want. That's not what I want. Order. There we go. And also, we picked something up. Something very powerful. And I don't think I had equipped it. Wait a second, I most definitely did, didn't I? I certainly did. I forgot. I already put it on Sid. Yeah, Sid has access to High Wind, which is his best limit break in the game. Takes forever to build up, though. Anyways, that is all for today's episode. So, thank you all very much for watching. I will see you guys in the next episode. You all have a great day. Bye.